There are times when I've thought of gratitude as a discipline or as a spiritual practice. And I think that's true. Gratitude definitely is something that we do, that we can be intentional about doing. And also, as I look at Psalm 31, I'm wondering if gratitude also sometimes is less something that we bring ourselves to do and more something that is a gift that we receive. I'm wondering if gratitude is something that emerges from an honest relationship with God and all the wrestling that can be part of that, like it does for the psalmist. Gratitude isn't something forced in the psalm. It's something that arises through the process of the person pouring out their heart to God and then being heard. Verse 22 says, "But you heard my supplications when I cried out to you for help." You heard, the psalmist says. It doesn't say that God fixed, but it says that God heard. And so the psalmist trusts in God and waits for God and gives thanks to God. A few years ago during Lent, we focused on a book called Good Enough by Kate Bowler. Some of you, I think, used that in a small group study as well. Kate Bowler is a professor at Duke who got a diagnosis at age 35 that is usually terminal, so something that was shocking and shaking for her. And she writes about the complicated nature of spirituality in the face of that kind of news. No, facing something hard doesn't mean that she's not favored, that she's not blessed by God. No, she can't pray her way to healing as if it's a matter of just asking in the right way, the right number of times. She was aware that sometimes things don't make sense, and sometimes God doesn't make an easy answer clear in the ways that she might want God to. And at the same time as she was coping with all this, at the same time as she was thinking through how it related to faith, she found herself feeling grateful, maybe more so than she expected that she might in that scenario. She found herself feeling grateful for her young son, for a job that challenged her but she loved, for her husband and all the ups and downs of marriage. Most of all, for a sense of God's presence with her. And so she found herself expressing, life is so hard. Life is so beautiful. Both sentiments in the same line. Gratitude for her reflects this sense that it is part of a process. It's not just one point on the journey, but it's part of a process of faith. It's a movement of faith inside, something that arises in an honest relationship with God. It's not something we do only when we're happy and successful and life is full of the relationships and activities that fulfill us. Gratitude is also something that comes in the messiness of relationships as they are. And it's something that opens us to see the beauty in them. It's something that comes in the painful times, opening us to see sparkles of joy